And hello, everyone. Welcome back to FPL in the Trenches, the last trenches of 2021 as we go towards day one and everything else with 2022. I am your co-host, Scott. Joining me is BeerMe. How are you today, BeerMe?
I'm doing pretty good. How are you doing?
I'm doing good. It's cold. Kind of getting over that, and it snowed. I shoveled my driveway 2 days in a row, which was not fun. And that ice crust at the end from the road plows that go by. Not that bad your way, though, right?
No, it kind of sucks, but it's not as bad there
No.
as it is at your way. Yeah.
Yeah. No, this is normal. This is typical stuff. I happened to shovel it yesterday and then got home from work and went, I need to shovel it again because it snowed all goddamn day. So that's how it is sometimes. But it is obviously late December. It's December 29th. We're recording this. AEW Dynamite is on. We might have reactions to that, but we're here for the FPL. Frontline League on Twitter. Frontline Prediction League is the YouTube channel. Like, favorite, subscribe on this, and then follow along into our Discord and go in there as well. And we got a few things to talk about here with day one, kind of rounding out most of the card. We're going to talk about the deadlines and, of course, the year-end stuff as well, our medal ceremony. So let's dive in, BeerMe, and actually break down this card once and for all. The American Championship, we mentioned this last time, it is a TLC match. Alexander McKennedy versus Modstep. I think we both were saying Modstep has a good shot here just because of the nature of him winning matches, but not singles. So it's a bit of a toss-up. Who's your final pick for this one, though? Bearme, are you there? Did I lose you already?
Yeah. Sorry. Give me McKennedy.
You got McKennedy? You think he's going to no contest or he's going to win outright?
No, he's gonna win outright. He's been beating people to their finest, so it's all right.
I think I agree with that. It is a 7-match card, I think, based on our predictions. So there is a possibility, TLC, that we could have the climb happen, but I think McKennedy probably has this one, but it's Modstep's to win. He came out of nowhere, I think, a bit in that contenders match, and I think he could surprise everybody. Not that it'd be an upset, but he's never been a singles guy, really. Beat a world champion back a year or two ago, but this, I think, is McKennedy's to retain. Canadian Championship, similar situation, but it's a rematch this time. It is Smooth Rock defending. Maybe I kind of threw everything there. The Smooth Rock is defending against Ralantando, the former champion, the man he beat it for. Watson rules once again, as always. I think you were saying Smooth Rock retains on this one as well, right? Or were you saying that Ralantando is the first 2-time champ?
I'm gonna go with not Ralantando. I'm going to go with Smooth Rock. Smooth Rock. One. He beat Ralantando. If Ralantando wins, I will not be surprised. But I think that Smooth Rock will advance or retain, I should say.
I think I was saying something similar. Ralantando absolutely could win this back. Obviously, he won it before, but I think Smooth Rock is going to solidify things and move forward. But if I scroll down a little bit here, we've got that number one contendership match. Chef Urban versus Luke Gray. Also Watson rules. These two both won their matches to advance here. I think we're both thinking Luke is going to win this and go on to beat Smooth Rock, right? That was, I think, the story, right? That's the way it goes.
Yep. Yeah.
Now, there is a blank. There is a blank spot here. We'll get to that. Another one here. We'll get to that. The American Championship, another number one contenders because we're building towards the Rumble and, of course, WrestleMania. It is Ash versus Broken Nerd in a Lumberjack match. I think, again, I'm trying to remember what we said just a week ago, but we were both saying Nerd probably has this one because he's come close a few times, and so has Ash. But I think Nerd was the one you were going with on this one to go towards that. I don't know if he'll beat McKennedy because we've seen similar. I don't know for Ash. Right. I don't want to be like, oh, not going to happen, but I don't think these guys are beating McKennedy. And if Modstep gets it, I don't think either. I don't want to be that guy, but I don't see it. But it's the Rumble probably, so who knows? But I think Nerd is both our pick on this one, right?
No, I got McKennedy on this.
No, for the contender, sorry. Ash and Nerd.
Ash and Nerd. Yeah, I got Nerd.
Yeah, Nerd? Yep. Okay. Deathmatch, Jace of Blades versus Sebastian Escobar. Now, I know it's hard to pick against Escobar, especially when I'm talking to you, but it's Jace's Odyssey. Exactly, yeah. Who you got on that one?
Jace is on his crusade. He's got his Make America Violent Again crusade. I don't know if that's what it's called, but I'm pretty sure that's what we're doing right here.
Yeah.
But Sebastian Escobar is like my guy too. I do love La Familia Epidosis, and if y'all listen to this, we all know that. I'm going to go with Jace because I think that he's going to be the one to dethrone McKennedy. But if Sebastian Escobar wins this match, I think that he can go on and beat McKennedy for that time.
Yeah, both these,
they're both my guys. So
yeah,
I gotta,
both of these guys are pretty much another match away from a title shot. I know Jace lost to Modstep. That's why he's not in the contender. He almost was. He's that prevalent in that. But it's Escobar and Jace. If whoever wins that one probably has one more match to get that contendership, obviously. But that would be like WrestleMania time frame, so that's not a bad thing at all. And wouldn't it be great if Jace gets the WrestleMania title shot? Just for that the Make America Violent Again crusade to end there. That's kind of cool. I like that. But then Escobar, I mean, never count him out. But I think I'm going with Jace just because I like that idea of him going all the way with that one. But Escobar is a tough one, obviously. We've talked about him a fair bit, so.
Yeah.
Next up, we'll skip all the blanks. Like I said, we'll add these matches shortly. You're going to hear what these new ones are. Josh Gioneo versus Dion Blade. This is a bit of an antidote preview with Dion Blade. A tall order with the number one contender for the world title at the Rumble. This is Josh's to win, right? Like Dion isn't. He's not taking it, is he? Or is he?
JD should win. So we'll see where it goes. I think that he should win, but if Dion Blade wins, then yeah, hats off to him. And big win, by the way, if he does win.
Big win on the main show. That says a lot towards the future. It doesn't mean he's going to get a world title shot, but I mean, JD dethrones the champ. Dion, that's the right path to take, is a win like this here over the guy who gets it. Definitely puts you in line towards things. Not saying he's going to get shots here and there, but you win, you win. Like, you can't fault there. The more you win, the better in this situation like this. Same can be said exactly here. Bastian versus RGX. That's a big one for RGX. Kind of having to show his loyalty. Except Bastian is Bastian. RGX could start the year with a bang if he wins this. And he very well could. We both know that. But I know you're picking Bastian, the former world champ, right?
Yeah. I'm picking Bastian.
Yeah.
But he could lose. But I'm just saying I'm going to pick him just on principle. I'm a stable mate, so
Of course. And then we've got the kickoff show. We've got. I just noticed this 2021. We got to fix that. Bane the Bissa versus the Midnight Rider on the kickoff, and that's it. And then Hard to Kill's January 8th. But let's scroll back up. There's some question marks. We got to fill some of these in. So I've got 2 matches, BeerMe. You've got 2 matches. Let's see. Do you want to know what yours is first? Because I've got it.
Yeah, let's do it. Let's do it.
All right. You're on the kickoff, but you are facing Rate Wrestle.
Oh, yeah. That's awesome. But yeah.
So who you picking?
Well, obviously me, but yeah.
I pick you as well. Not just because you're the co-host and you're right here and you're my friend on the show. But I think you've got it. I've not to be like I've beaten Ray Wrestle, but I have. So it was like I think you've got this one, but you never know. You were almost 0-6 to close out the year, right? So you got that win a final battle. So
hey, I want to know. We're gonna go 2-0.
You're gonna go 2-0, exactly.
Every time I come on here, I'm gonna be like another 1-0. You know what I mean? Yeah.
But what have you got? What have you got?
I have man, I want to do that match yet. Actually, you know what? I am. We're gonna do the Strays. We're gonna do Sheriff Dog and Michael Marsh versus the Strays. Mark Harper and Supreme Rock. FPL Continental Tag Team Championship #1 contenders match.
Yep. This one I absolutely remember.
Wild. It is wild.
So, let's peel back that curtain as we end the year a little bit. We were looking at the #1 contenders for the tag titles, and the Strays are obviously in that discussion. The Sheriff Dog Michael Marsh tandem, but so are the other, Mark Harper and Supreme Rock. And they're climbing very rapidly in that way. And we looked and went, well, which one gets it? And then, I'll be honest, I think I'm the one that suggested it and said, why don't they fight each other? Winners face the champs. And it was like, you know what? Yeah, because they would. I mean that in the truest sense, like Briscoe versus Briscoe. These guys will fight each other, and it won't even cause a rift. I feel like that character-wise will just work. It's like, whoever wins, yep, they celebrate after. Go on for the belts. It feels like that. So, yeah, that's that one. Because both, like, literally, we joked about that before, about what if the Strays were the champions and the other set won the contendership. Well, that kind of is happening in a different way here. And we always could come back to it. If the Strays win the titles and the other set does get contendership, we could have a rematch for the belts later on. Like, that's what happens when you have two teams in a division and they're both doing well. So, yeah, that's that match. It is crazy, yes. Yeah. But it's the only fair way to be sure to see which ones go for it. So, and also, there is that little bit of storyline aspect where they've caused so much damage and destruction. It's a little bit of punishment to have to face each other. Just like, go do that over there. This, whatever. But I can easily see that like backfiring and causing chaos and destruction beyond, because it's self-contained now. It's a fun match. It's a fun match. Yep. So, I really think they're probably going to go and take the belts from La Familia. Which ones? I don't know. But I think that they're probably going to be the guys to do it. We've thought that for a bit. I thought they would have done it sooner, but now it's even more dangerous, I guess. So, yeah, that's a crazy one. Speaking of champions, though, actually, hold on. Who's going to win? Are you picking the Strays or the Strays? Who's your pick, Barry?
I'm picking Sheriff Dog and Michael Marsh.
I'm picking the other ones because I think that's going to be the surprise.
I mean, you're not wrong. I mean, it could happen.
I think they specifically
it could.
They actually have a better record. It's a smaller one, but it's actually better. So I'm actually going to lean on that one a little bit and pick those guys, just for that sake. And yeah, we'll see what happens. So yeah, it's kind of a fun time. It's unprecedented. We've never quite had something like this before in the FPL. And even back in the JRPL days, it was very rare where teammates or partners would actually face each other. I know there was an Enigma's 4-way match that was... It was what it was, but yeah, there's stuff like that. But nothing quite like this where there's stakes involved. So, yeah, very interesting to see what happens there. Now again, speaking of champions, the world champion, James Costner, is in a non-title match against the Alpha Dog. I'll tell you right now, I'm picking Costner. But Alpha Dog, I mean, I could see it. But I'm picking Costner on this. Who have you got?
I'm going to go with Alpha Dog.
Yeah?
I think that Costner just... I think that he just manipulates his son and takes advantage of everything that he can. So I am going to go with Alpha Dog.
Ooh, okay. Do you see the factions getting involved?
No, I don't.
No, okay.
Because they seem to respect each other, so I'm not going to go with that.
That's true.
But
That's true.
I do. But if you told me to pick between Sebastian Escobar and James Costner for the title, I would go with Sebastian Escobar. So.
Well, yeah, you're biased toward Escobar, so yeah.
Yeah, but I also do think that JD does beat James Costner too. So
okay.
But I have also submitted James Costner once. I mean, it's not much. It's not much. I've lost a lot, but I did tap him out. He did tap out. You did. So he did cry. He cried. He cried out. Cried wolf. So it happens. Yeah.
So, he's when he won the world title, he's yet another person that I've beaten that was either world champion or went on to win it. I'm not on that list. Makes me sad. I want to be someone who's been world champion, but I've beaten a lot of ones who did. But
Hey,
I mean, he did it when it mattered, and he's got the belt. First shot, he got it. So no discredit there. Absolutely.
by the way, if he wants to do something at Hard to Kill, I don't know if that's well, obviously that's happening, but if that doesn't want to still happen, hey, why don't we do a submission match there? So because he always he's like it doesn't matter. So I'm like, well, I still beat you at a main show, tapping him out, the world champion. So I mean, it just kind of irks me a little bit.
So you want to do an Impact special submission match as of old, like we always did, but you want the world champion.
Yeah, well, yes. Well, that sounds bad. Because I've lost a lot in a row. But my last win, besides all this, I submitted him in a fucking match. So
well, that's true. That's true.
What I mean? So he can say whatever he wants, and he's like, all this shit they said in character chat. Well, you know what? You never beat me. You never beat me in a one-on-one. No, you never beat me in a one-on-one match. So there we go. And I tapped you out. So, there we go. There we go.
Remember when I said on a Trenches ago about BeerMe doesn't really do many promos? I think we just got one. That might be the actual first proper promo we got out of you, BeerMe. That's
right.
That's in rare form. That's What? So let's move on to that. Who knows what happens at Hard to Kill? We'll talk about that one as we get there. But what's your last match? You got one more to announce, right?
All right. Let's see what we got here. Let's see what we got. Just strays. Oh, here we go. We got the Oh, wait. Okay, besides that match I just announced between the Strays match.
Yeah,
that is a number one contenders match.
For the Strays.
Yep. I didn't know if I announced this. Sorry.
Oh, yes, you did. Yeah, we're good.
Yeah. All right. Oh, this next one between a guy that I do like, Dexter Cyrus, Lost Million, big Lost Million fan, against a guy that never shows up or thinks he has big brain. We got James Black. So, yeah, Dexter Cyrus, James Black. Let's go. Here we go.
So that's the tag champ, right? Detrick and Alpha Dog are the tag champions for La Familia. So
yep.
They're not defending, obviously. They've got some big business to deal with Black.
And James Black talks a whole bunch of crap. So we'll see what happens there. You know what I mean?
So I presume you're picking Detrick Cyrus based on what you've said already.
No, I'm honestly I'm picking James Black.
You're picking Black? Yeah. You said he's not there as much, but when he is, he usually wins. He's good. So
yeah. That's the thing. He shows up when he wants to, but he also wins when he wants to. It's weird. So I'm gonna pick him.
I kind of agree. I'm thinking the same thing. I think Black probably has that, but again, tag champ. But it's a singles match. That's the whole we talked about Mod Step, and we even mentioned that with Alpha Dog versus the World Champ. Tag champs, yeah, they're good, but the singles matches, it's a little different. And, I mean, talking the full kayfabe style, they don't have to partner to rely on blah, blah, blah. But here, it really depends on who carries the team, right? And points-wise, right. I'm not actually sure who does more with Detrick and Alpha Dog. Like, I know in Red and I, we often have our points either identical or it's way out of whack, and one person carried the whole thing. So it can obviously go back and forth. So, I mean, you knew that from the Solution way back in the day.
Yeah.
Back in olden times.
Yeah.
So...
Yeah.
And not to discredit Must See Good Guys, of course. But with this, I don't know. I see a singles-type person with James Black who wins a lot. Yeah, he's probably got this one in the bag. Even though that's a tag champ that's been on a roll, it's a different environment with a main show with a one-on-one with someone who wins. Probably Black winning that one. I think you're right on that.
But either one could win because I'm a big fan of Sebastian Escobar, so... it's what it is. And La Familia. Both. Big fan. Yep. Been big fans for a while. So,
well, let's look at this page. This is the Day 1 predictions page. It is up right now. For those wondering, I know BeerMe actually was wondering even. This went up after Raw on Monday, and that seems early, right? Well, we had 7 matches. We looked at the timing of it. We know it's New Year's, it's Christmas, traveling. We wanted to make sure people had time to put their picks in. So if you're in a Discord, you got the notice. The picks are available to put in. You can put them in right now. You can do all your stuff and make sure you put your name in. And you pick, if you're saying Roman Reigns, you pick your 1 to 7. You go, oh, it's a 7 for Roman. You can't use 7 again. So even if you think that Becky's absolutely going to win, best you can do is 6.
She is.
So BeerMe's going to put a 7 over there. So then he'll move Roman down to maybe a 6 or maybe a 5. And then you can't use that one again. You keep going down, right?
Roman's going to be a 1. It's still down right now.
Now, the key to this, though, we are aware that there's rumors of COVID and changing of things. But we go with what's announced. So when the matches were announced, when we put this up, Seth Rollins was still in the match, even though he said he's got a COVID Christmas. Will he be at day 1? Officially, according to the promotion, yes. Same with Becky. So there it is. So that's the thing. If they get pulled before the deadline, which is Saturday, 6 p.m. Eastern, I think it's 6 p.m. Eastern. Now I'm not 100%. But if it is 6 p.m., if it's an 8 o'clock pay-per-view, 7 o'clock pre-show, 6 o'clock deadline, if it gets pulled any time before 6 o'clock, we just pull the match out and all the points adjust down. So if you said you're least confident about Becky versus Liv, just for the sake of it, BeerMe isn't, but let's say you put 1 point on that, and that match goes poof, suddenly your 2-pointer is your 1, your 3 is your 2, your 4 is your 3. Everything goes down. Your top lock, your highest point, your 7 is now a 6. Everything just adjusts down. If you go to put your picks in afterwards, you won't even see it. You'll see 1 to 6 for your options. So just keep that in mind if you're watching this later in the week, trying to figure out what you want to do for your picks. Keep that in mind. If stuff changes after the deadline, and we end up with a match pulled, like they say, all right, it's the kickoff, it's the pre-show, and we're going live at the top of the hour, and by the way, Seth Rollins isn't in the match, it's a 3-way. Match is gone, 0 points for everybody. No negatives because you got it wrong in like your death matches and whatnot, but this is thrown, it's gone, poof. It's out. You lose the points because match didn't happen. It's no fair to anybody to have anything. So that would suck. We know that's a situation here, and that could be something that happens, but I'm just making sure you guys know. If you don't think the match is going to happen, put low points on it so you lose minimal points when the match goes poof. Lose 1 point or 2, not 7 because, oh no, Roman didn't make it, but I top locked him. Uh-oh. Be careful about that. Like, BeerMe, I know you said you're probably going to top lock Becky, but if she has COVID because she's with Seth and that match doesn't happen, 7 points are gone out the window. So you got to be careful where you put them, right? So keep that in mind.
Exactly, yeah.
Keep that in mind. Your picks are due, like I said, 6 p.m. Eastern on Saturday because it's New Year's Day, day 1, January 1st. That makes it easy for when it is on Saturday. And yeah, and also keep in mind that if things change on SmackDown and they add matches, cool. We're not adding them. They're not on there. But there are bonus questions. Things like who takes the fall in the title match? Who's the first to tag in? I hate that one personally. I always get those wrong. Always. How will the Raw?
I do too.
You hate that one too. How will the Raw Women's title match end? Who will score the title fall? Will there be blood? Will Maurice get involved? Excuse me. And what will open? So that's the only one that really matters because what will open? There is a spot for other. Just so you know. So
Scott, give him a little something. Who do you think's going to win between Roman and Brock?
I really think Roman.
Right out.
Probably Roman, but it's mid. It's not one of my. I always top lock Roman, except for the one time he might get 9 out of 10. I think he might get a 3 or 4 on Roman because I think booking odds say he's a favorite. But I know BeerMe's also trying to get information, probably to see what I want to pick also because he'll probably pick other.
Well, I mean,
because I usually do pretty bad on some of these. So yeah, tag matches, multi-man matches are my bane. It's horrible.
It's only a tag match. Only on tag match stuff that I ask you what you're picking, so I can pick them.
Now, the one I mentioned here again, will Maurice get physically involved? That is touches Miz, Edge, or the referee during their match. I mean, we had one where it's like, oh, come on, Candice and Gargano, they got a kiss, right? And they didn't. And it was like, oh, really?
Yeah.
So do you think they're going to do anything to that? Or will, like, Edge, like, push her aside or get a slap? That's the physically involved during the match, bell to bell. That's the specifics of that. Even if it's a matter of just, like, you know, patting him on the butt or making sure he's okay. Physically involved. So stuff like that. And, yeah, get your picks in. You're good to go. Also, don't forget the medal ceremony voting. It is open right now. It is here. It says right there, voting is open until 11:59 on December 31st. So, that means you're 11:59. So I know you're in a different time zone. CT's in a different one. We got people in England. It's your midnight. If it is still 2021 where you are, you're good. And I'm saying that because it doesn't have a time zone. So you argue with me if you want.
That's tomorrow, right? Because I'm gonna
Well,
put my picks in tomorrow for that, right?
Well, today's the 29th, Wednesday. Thursday's the 30th. You've still got the 31st, all the Friday to put them in. If you're watching SmackDown, you can still put your votes in.
Yeah. I'll put them in before then.
Or just do it tonight like I'm going to do. Because this is, like I said, this is who your top three are. So if you think McKennedy is number one, superstar of the year, you put him number one. Then Chappers is number two, and Modstep is number three. Or you know what? No, it's actually Smooth Rock is number. Oh, I screwed it up. Now it says I can't do more than one. So it will make sure you can't do it. Maybe it's Bastian's actually.
No Bastian love in there?
Maybe it's Bastian. Who knows? Maybe it's Bastian. And then what's your tag team of the year? Well, it's Matt, Zion, and Rob, clearly, right? And then who's your two and your three, right? You pick those, and then you keep going through. What's the stable? I mean, FBU, that's the BeerMe choice. And then you got Creatures, then the Strays. Oh, no, can't do two of those. Strays, Creatures. And you go through it and you pick them. And you pick what's your show of the year, what's your house show of the year. Pick all that stuff, and we'll have that compiled after the new year and go through that one. Probably on Trenches. That might be one of our early ones, BeerMe, even though we're going to be very busy with Rumble results and previews and hard to kill results and stuff and everything going on.
I'd be down for that. Like with the whole poll voting and stuff. I'd be down for that.
We'll have that.
I'll be down to just do a whole thing for that because we have hard to kill and everything in between that. We could just do one in between that.
After hard to kill results, we're going to have at least, I think, 2 weeks before the Rumble because that's the 8th, and then we've got nothing till the end of January. So I'm sure there'll be a spot in there to do that.
Or we could just do it with hard to kill results because it's a house show, so it's only like a couple things.
I mean, that's also true. I wouldn't want to wait too long either. So.
Yeah, and then we could just give a little details on the whole Rumble matches that are happening.
And again, the crazy thing to me is that we're actually in here for one of these. Yeah. Where is it here? Yeah, we host.
It's probably the only one that we could win, Scott. So, well, I could win. So, yeah.
I mean,
you know where my three votes are going.
Let's see. Yes. Luke Gray overcomes CT and Tino. Honor Club forms.
I do love that. Honestly, I do love that though. That Luke Gray over CT, I love that. That's one of my favorites too.
So yeah, please put your picks in for this as well. It is a lot of fun. We had fun going over it and determining what could be in here and what works. And we're already thinking crazy stuff for next year. Specifically like the Rumble and the matches coming up. What could be the best matches, and always trying to top ourselves with our write-ups. So that's just a big fun thank you for that as well. And yeah, the last thing, BeerMe, there's two last things actually. Because myself, CT, GMSG, and Red, we've pre-taped a War Room that will go live on Saturday, January 1st at noon Eastern. That is the anniversary of the FPL. So we've done a quick video just thanking everybody and looking back on stuff and looking forward to stuff. And I say quick, ended up being about half hour. But that's going to go up live on, not live, but it's going to go live for people to watch on Saturday at noon. And everybody said some stuff, everybody said some things, thank yous and stuff, and it was a lot of fun. And I'll tell you right now, you'll want to watch it because there's one more match announced for day one during that. Just so you know. So that's a little teaser for everybody as well. But BeerMe, I wanted to throw it to you because this is the last Trenches, the last one for us. We did do this all goddamn year except for CT coming in and doing two of them. And as much as it is character and negative that he did it, massive thanks to him for doing that because he did one last minute when my microphone broke. And I'm heartbroken because it was a fun one.
Oh, yeah.
And I'm looking at it right there. But also, he did one in between, midnight during two events. But, I just want to turn over to you to give you that chance to thank everybody, or not, because you called out some people for matches. I don't know what you're going to do here. But this is the year end because you weren't on the War Room, so this is your turn. Because I already said my stuff. You'll see it on War Room coming up. But did you have anything you wanted to say to people as the year winds down here? Once and for all, for real. We've done this like 3 times already. for the past couple trenches.
All right.
But,
All right.
anything you want to say here while I take a drink and try not to choke like usual?
Right. I love you, CT. Thank you for covering for me and Scott when we could not do this. Seriously. And I hope that everybody here that is listening and has participated in the league has had a wonderful time. And we are going to go strong into 2022. And if you want to face me, just remember that I will hopefully beat you. But, yeah, thank you to everybody out there. And also James Costner. I know it seems like I talk shit on you, but I do love you. So, there we go. Here's to everybody, just get your picks in, and we'll see you in 2022. Let's go. Let's get it.
Yeah. Next time you hear from us, BeerMe and I, because you'll hear from me on January 1st. You hear from us, it'll be in 2022, so I'll just reiterate that. Thank you, everybody, for this year of this. This was some silly, fun stuff to do. It's been an absolute blast. It is sometimes recorded at 1 in the morning on a Friday night, or sometimes it's 6 in the afternoon. It's great. We get loopy.
Either way.
I've recorded it loopy after getting my booster shot or my second COVID vax. I was out of whack. I was super sick one time, and I think it's CT's favorite episode. He loves it when I'm like half conscious for some of these, where it's just like, oh, this is great. There's been some fun stuff. Looking back on this year, it has been super fun.
Wait, Scott, before we go, let's do a little bit for CT. Who do you think wins between was it Shingo and Okada? Who wins the
Yes, the first match of Wrestle Kingdom is Shingo Takagi versus Kazuchika Okada.
Are we going with Go-Kata? Is that what we're going with? Go-Kata?
Hokada? Like the podcast? Yeah.
Go-Kata. Go-Kata. Yeah.
I think probably Okada. But then does Okada lose it to Ospreay the next night? Remember, whoever wins defends it the next night.
I hope he wins it all.
Yeah. And then he goes to AW on Wednesday, right? No, he'll be there for Rampage on the Friday. Yeah. Because the 4th is actually a Wednesday, so he can't do AW that quick. But he will the next week, right? Just to dig at him. Well, we'll leave it with that. Thank you again, everybody, for this fun first year of the FPL, for this fun first year of Trenches, for all the people that we've beaten or that beat us, and all the stuff we've talked about. I can't say much more than that. Thanks, everybody. FPL on YouTube. Frontline League is what I meant to say. On Twitter. You can follow, like, and subscribe, all that fun stuff. Please do. The more the merrier. If you're seeing this for the first time going, what the hell are they talking about? Go to our Discord. Sign up. We got a bunch of new people coming in. The Royal Rumble is coming up. You could win that end main event WrestleMania. Not new signups. You're actually too new. You need to kind of like have like a profile first, so it's like 5 matches. But still, if you're pretty much been here up to like the Bound for Glory, so you're good. You're eligible for the Rumble, except for Champions, but we'll get to that. That's coming up later. But join up. This is a lot of fun. I look forward to talking about some of the crazy stuff these new people are signing up for. We'll do in the future, like the Gaffer and these guys coming in and the Strays running roughshod. Stuff we never saw, never predicted. And yeah, maybe someday, BeerMe, we'll get some titles here because the 5 of us involved with the owners and yourself, we haven't gotten any yet, and we've tried. We've tried. We'll get there. Maybe this guy beat the world champ again. Maybe he'll get towards that. I don't know. We'll figure that one out.
Hey, I'm just gonna count my wins right now. House show 1. So we're just gonna go for like total wins. I'm gonna go in a row every time that I'm on this show now. From now on, you're gonna be that guy.
So you're gonna be that guy. That's Boss from back in the day. It's like undefeated, 1-0. Yeah.
Yeah.
1-0. BeerMe's 1-0. He's going for 2-0 at day 1. So we'll see what happens. Thanks again, everybody. Yep. Happy New Year. Merry Christmas. Hope it was all good. Happy New Year. We'll see you like this weekend for day 1, and then Hard to Kill, and then it's not going to stop. It's going to be a blast. We'll see you there. Thanks again.